Good day. I am Verbena Wilberg. I am about to make a short but hopefully informative presentation on my assessment activity. It is a short written response. Now, let us start with the course overview. The name of the course is Pedagogy for Secondary Teachers, and the topic under review is foreign language education, methodologies, and teaching approaches. Now, the aim of this course is to provide teacher trainees, Spanish teacher trainees, with the appropriate theoretical base that would facilitate their being able to make informed decisions with regard to their teaching learning approaches, language teaching content, their strategies, activities as they seek to create their lesson plans. Now, the ultimate aim is to enable them to be able to justify the selections that they make when they plan. The aim is not for them to be able to glibly recite all the features of all the methodologies. It's to create in them an awareness of what each methodology has to offer and how it can contribute to efficient and effective lesson planning and lesson delivery. Topics include a lot of background information, that will set the stage for planning, and then the last topic, of course, is putting all the elements together. Well, that would speak for itself. Now let us proceed to a summary of the assessment. Now the question below, the shorter written assignment, represents the final stage of a three-pronged assessment activity. Now this type of activity, the short written assignment, supports the development of concise and precise writing skills. Of course, posting to the forum, subsequent posting to forums, encourage social and collaborative learning. Now, what is the question? Here it is. Can any one method approach suffice? And please note that the terms where the actual focus has to be placed, those areas are in uppercase. And having completed the question, they have to, having completed the major part of the question, they have to indicate what the implications are for lesson planning. Now, over a 3-week period, students will task themselves with completing all the preliminary activities. This would be reading course material, completing the online chart, and this chart requires that they identify specific elements. Work on the online quiz at edmodo.com to solidify their knowledge of some of the features of the methodologies. Having completed the preliminary tasks, they would proceed now to respond to the question using 150 to 200 words. The steps are all laid out here. They will post their initial response, comment on response of one colleague. I will provide at least one opportunity for them to receive future focused formative feedback. They will post the final response to the forum, and they will add a self-assessment or reflective question. A rubric will be provided to support, to guide them as they formulate their response. Now let us move on to the steps taken in designing the online assessment. Firstly, I will place the new topic and the activity in perspective. Now, so far in the course, we have discussed foreign language education objectives. We have looked at the learning environment, learning theories, needs of the adolescent learner, and matched the requirements of our CXC syllabus with foreign language education goals. That was setting the backdrop for the meatier part of the course. Now we are moving even closer to the actual classroom and our students. As we continue, our focus will now be on designing and creating experiences as we plan for meaningful and dynamic teacher interactions. These are all aims, objectives of the methodology course. Now, to be able to design these experiences, we need to be able to select the salient aspects from the above stated elements topics. We select these aspects, but we need something to hold them together that will support our designing of a well-balanced lesson. And that's where our knowledge of language teaching methodologies and strategies serve an extremely useful purpose. I like to use the analogy of preparing a particular dish. Now we may have all our ingredients, but we still need to have a knowledge and application, have the ability to apply necessary teaching methods and skills in order to produce a delicious meal. If we think back to recipe books, we always have a list of ingredients and then we have the methods. So this fits our methodology course into context. Now in this section on methodology, you will be presented with reading material about features and characteristics of 3 language teaching approaches. Then you will be tasked with the 3-pronged activity, identifying specific features of each methodology by completing the chart, completing the online quiz, and then using the new knowledge to complete a short written assessment activity. You will be given 3 weeks in which to complete this. Now, I will now proceed to outline the steps that students will need to take to ensure successful completion of the activity. But I will not repeat the steps here. Please refer to summary of assessment, and I have all the steps listed there. A rubric will be provided, and students can contact me via email to seek any clarification and advice as they need it. Please remember that the onus is on you to plan for and execute your tasks within the time period provided. Here is an image of the rubric. Here is a sample of the completed assessment. the completed form, and the short written assignment. We have here our technology resources required. I have already shown you an image of the sample of expected outcome. In terms of academic integrity, these are the 3 steps that will be taken. The percentage weighting of the assessment. Please forgive me for placing it here, but I couldn't fit it under the heading in the poster. And here we have the references that I used. And this brings me to the end of my presentation, per se. I still need to say thank you to Miss Freida for guiding us effortlessly through this course, and to my colleagues for their comments, their support, their guidance. To everyone involved, thank you.